Welcome back, Arcanist Armory fans, for episode 15. Last time, you'll remember that our party met the Archivist in order to hunt down the mysterious ransom note from their cultist friend for Tamira's blacksmith.
My cultist friend?
Yes.
I don't have a cultist friend.
Our cultist friend.
Oh.
Your blacksmith buddy.
Sorry, I get you now.
Yeah.
I understand.
I mean,
he's not my friend.
Most ransom notes don't come from friends. They come from the other friends.
Probably from distant
I need to
relatives.
reevaluate my life.
Frenemy. It's a frenemy.
They don't come from friends, they come from distant relatives.
So, they hunted down the Archivist, who was able to give them 250-year-old intel on the place that they were going. They followed the instructions well enough, despite all of them just being really old and out of date. But they did find a copse of trees that is likely has a citadel that either has harpies or dragons or something.
Probably not good. But it's also been 250 years.
Yeah, they all sound bad, and Booge doesn't care at this point.
We don't really have a choice.
Also, for those that missed last episode, SD has decided to join them to attempt to get their friend back.
Stupid friend.
Okay. So as you come towards the copse of trees, how are you doing it?
Stealthily.
Sure.
Before we do that, I'll put on my cloak.
Okay. So the cloak that you found in the hut, in the tent, or the great and terrible Ivan, as you place it on, you feel a prick and take 1 point of damage, of piercing damage. You do not yet feel any other ill effects from it.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
As you look down at your cloak, you notice that you think it should be a little bit longer, and suddenly it is a little bit longer.
This will be beneficial.
You realize with your magical background that with an action you can change it to look like a different cloak at will as a free action.
It's Tim and Dagger handy.
Yes. Did any of you want to try any other items that you received from Ivan?
I tried my boots as well.
I tried all the things I got from Ivan.
I tried my boots during the 3 days. So.
Yeah. And you have your orbiting lone stone already.
Yes.
Let's see.
I just got
We burned the magician's case and the staff, and gave the staff back to Ivan. So I don't have anything from Ivan.
Yes.
I have 2 non-cursed daggers.
And a short sword.
And a short sword.
Wait, what makes me think? We would have known by now.
The short sword was from Artemilius when he upgraded from the blacksmith.
True.
And Artemilius had the spell glove. Did anyone get that from him? I really don't remember.
I don't think anyone was asked.
Okay.
Is he willing to give it up?
Did he get it for a spell user? I know Tamira had interest in it.
Yes, I was short on gold.
So he does not have interest in it. He has already discovered that gloves like these do not actually work as just a gauntlet.
It's not helpful to grab now.
And now that he's a little bit stronger as a monk, he can empower his own strikes, so he doesn't need to just add magical damage to his fist. So he does give you a glove of spell storing.
I'll take it.
And
did you pick up Identify? You should.
Maybe I'll find it in my spell book.
I'm assuming you took the time to.
Identify.
I know I should have.
I'm assuming you took the time to attune to it before.
I can detect magic, but I can't.
How are you on attune slots? Because
I think that's the first thing.
no, she has the lone stone, and she also.
I own stone.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you do have the stone. So yeah, that's 2. Because the cloak shouldn't.
It's not.
No.
Be attunable. Require attunement. It's not that fancy.
And have you tried on your boots from
Yes.
Ivan yet?
I would have done that when we weren't doing spells.
Yeah. And they match Artemilius's perfectly. You have received another
The boots might also be.
boots of elven kind. I don't believe it's attunement. But
I don't
They're
think
not.
they are, but
they
might be.
Okay, so as we are, now that we
Okay.
have
Now
the
that we're-
items for the last several weeks sorted out,
Oh, the logistics are worked out.
we
What is it?
are approaching.
What's the spell story?
It might not be there. It might not be technically. And then just remember that.
I'll just do that.
As you're approaching, Artemilius
Although it's probably not as
figures
powerful as-
that the large hulking lizard that is crashing across the plains
Oh,
is likely to cause a stir, so he, along with SD, go towards the front to scout out. Anyone else be towards the front?
Boosh is gonna stay back with Lizzie and try to be stealthy and try to help Lizzie be stealthy too.
Cast reduced.
He doesn't
I
actually have that.
don't think I picked that up.
I don't think I can. You can pick that one up.
Okay. So for Artemilius,
Yeah, he's gonna follow like 10,
it's a
20 feet behind them with Lizzie and
Artemilius has a 24 on stealth, and
if Tamara wants to go ahead.
SD, who is moving at half speed but is a tabaxi, which makes
I know. I'm just trying to see if it exists.
I don't think the glove is spell story. This exists on,
Yes, I.
as an official item.
okay. We'll
I'm
figure that out later.
And there's a ring of spell story.
We're just gonna
but
do that for
that's-
now.
That might be more powerful than you.
I
think
need
it
to look
be.
at my stuff. That's what I'm doing. I have a +6.
And
I roll.
SD has a 32. So your guide is stealthy at least.
Oh, let me-
He has a 32 on his stealth.
She just rolled a 23,
I rolled a
so
23.
I feel like she'd be at disadvantage because she's on a giant lizard.
No, make a check for Lissy.
Do we have Lizzie stats?
What's her stats?
I can.
For Dex.
Yeah, her stealth.
It's Dex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe it is +1.
She got 6.
that
Okay.
makes more sense.
So as
She's
far
still
as
really sitting on a very loud lizard.
as far as everyone can tell, you are all being very quiet except for the very loud clomping
Wait a
lizard.
second. I rolled 2 7s. I have advantage apparently.
Yeah, because of a 13 spell.
Yeah.
I'd take it.
Um,
You
my
still
stealth is 11.
rolled 2 7s.
I rolled 2 7s.
My stealth is 11.
Okay, so
I rolled a 12.
Artemilius and SD are able to get up and they approach on opposite sides of the entrance, and they are able to get up unseen. And everyone else, including Lissy, is able to get up unseen. Yeah, that's what happens when your cultist sentry rolls a dirty 1.
Hooray!
But, well, okay.
For expecting us, he's not paying much attention.
I'm gonna give him another check as after you move your full movement
Why
because,
didn't I not pick it up?
and he hears a loud trumping noise about 50 yards off, but that's still all that he.
I actually do have enlarged reduce.
He hasn't learned. He hasn't heard from the wild animals that there's big stinky animals in these woods.
No, they're not that kind of cultists. Artemiles and SD are able to see into the ruins of this citadel, and much to Artemiles' joy, there are not any dragons that you have to fight immediately apparent. But there are he can't SD and Artemiles can both see a large number of cultists, and some of them seem even particularly more zealous. There appears to be a body strapped to an altar at the front of the room, and everyone is chanting. The chanting's kind of loud, which is probably why they hadn't noticed anything approaching. But okay. And unfortunately, this really is unfortunately, Artemiles recognizes the cultist from before that nearly took out the group.
Oh yeah.
Which will give the surprise round to the Bow of Greystrain.
Oh no!
As he is now close enough to take a shot on a known enemy. We're going to go one attack, and then...
Well, there goes the surprise round.
Yes. So, we have... Fortunately for the group, the cultist that would recognize your group is also the one that was assigned to watch for oncomers.
Oh no, sorry.
And with a 21, he does hit. He will expend...
The one he's shooting at?
Yep. He will expend a Kai point to use a Kenzai Empowered Strike, dealing 14 points of magical piercing damage.
Wow. I think that kills a cultist.
Does it though?
I think we killed the last one.
Okay.
I don't remember much of that battle.
I don't remember either, but
I have no recollection.
Yeah, you were down.
He does indeed drop dead.
Does anyone notice?
Let's see.
Oh my gosh, did we just get away with that?
did he just get away with murder?
Those rolls in order were 3, natural 1, 5, 9, and 3. And the front two don't get a roll because they're currently involved directly in the ritual they're performing. So,
Fireball?
no. They have not noticed, and the only one that noticed Lissy trumping in is now dead.
Cool. So now everyone else also gets a surprise round.
Yes.
You want to roll initiative? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's even in surprising a
I
surprise
know.
round.
So this one is now
I'm going
dead.
to try that one more time. Without blockage. Yeah, there we go.
Oh! Haha, of course
I
that's
got
Bruce's
8.
initiative.
Oh,
Your
roll
roll.
initiative.
Do you want her to roll a separate one for Lissy, or do you want to do joint?
If we're going by mountain rules, they go on her turn.
Yeah.
13.
Let's see.
What you get? I did not get one.
You
I did not roll a 1.
Yeah.
5, so 15.
I got 16.
Artemilius is 15.
You
You
can't
said
fireball.
Tamira is 16.
Yeah. Well, I can't
Booge
fireball
is
because
6.
Dane's in there. Dang it!
Rouge is a grand
I hope I
total
have
of
a voice
6.
tomorrow.
Um.
I hope I have a voice tomorrow. Oh, here it goes.
Okay. Let's see. We have. Oh, I need to add another character. Oh. I can just remember that he's there. SD has an 18.
Wow.
Susan got 15.
Susan also got 15. And Booge got 6.
Yep.
Now, let's
Rouge is going
go.
last.
Well, they can roll well for initiative at least. Which doesn't help them because they don't know anyone's there.
Well, but it does matter for the surprise round because after they get their turn in the surprise round, they can take reactions.
And how far are they?
So all of them,
Which is just probably just attack of opportunities for cultists.
Yeah.
But
all of them
it does matter slightly.
get continue what they're doing before anyone can do anything. Now we have SD.
Just about how far away are they?
35 feet to the closest.
From you.
These are all actual 5.
Oh,
foot
okay.
squares.
My
So
bad.
35 for you makes them 45 for me. Okay, let's see what can I do.
Make a perception check, Tamira.
Not good.
You betray me!
So you cannot see your contact. You can tell
that
that
doesn't mean anything to
you can tell that they're not at the closest ranks, and you get the feeling that since they have something strapped to the altar, it might be them. But
Fine.
okay. But anyway,
Waste it.
SD.
Bonus actions?
Let's see what his actions are.
Cantrips, cast, cultist, bonus actions.
It depends on what it says.
They say bonus action.
It says casting time on your
Yeah.
spell.
So the casting time. Oh.
Okay, think of it.
Well, casting time. This time. So
One
let's
action.
say
Yeah, one action.
1 BA if it's a bonus action spell.
Okay, yeah, that says right here, duration.
Yeah, but also says casting time. 1 action, which is very important. So yeah, there are bonus action
All right.
cantrips, but like
Okay, so SD will take a pot shot at one of the nearest cultists. Actions. That's a 13. And that hits. And this is a sneak attack from a level 10 rogue. So that
You're awesome.
is
Alright.
oh, this is
1d skills.
You're cursed.
Nope.
You're awesome.
Yeah, that is 66 of damage.
Bang.
9, 15, 20, 22, 23 points of piercing damage, and his target is dropped. By the way, in case anyone's wondering, these ruins are just so decrepit that there are clear shots through everything. This is
Yay, no cover.
you have cover through the trees from them.
They have cover.
But if you're shooting from the trees, as long as you're not shooting through the trees, they don't have cover. So we have a lot of damage. Okay.
Yeah, gotta find someone.
Now,
Right?
Gotta find someone.
Yeah, but you just target.
I promise that's the plan.
okay.
Did you see the spell on news?
No.
I can find it.
Yeah. that would work. Well, not when you have to know the general direction. So,
Okay.
The runes.
if you aim at the
How do I?
Okay. So that is that. Now we are up
But if I
to. Who got 16?
Me.
Samira.
Okay.
I'm going to cast message and see if I can find my contacts. I'm just gonna say, where are you? Hopefully he can.
In response, you get help!
God, Bane!
Crazy people tied me to an altar. I'm not here. I'm not paid enough for this.
I know where he is.
Okay.
He's on the altar.
Okay. That's your turn. Cool.
You have gained valuable information.
I know where he is.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna have to-
Do you tell anyone?
Yeah, I said it out loud.
Okay.
I said he's on the altar.
Okay. So next we are at the 16s. We'll start with Susan.
Let's see there. 5, 10.
So I don't remember if Lissy's movement is 25 or 30. I think it's 30.
I think it's his turn.
Yeah.
I'll first do their deck. Third die.
You heading straight through the front door?
No, I'm gonna shoot them with my arrows.
Okay. You have a bow.
Are you going to go to the other side of the trees or try to shoot through them?
Go
They
to
will.
the other side.
They'll probably have partial cover. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Yeah.
Does that put her at disadvantage though? Took a bow to your
Short bow.
No.
Yeah,
long as
she's
she's
not
not
in melee and she is close enough.
She just would have given them like a +2 or something
Woohoo!
for partial
Let's see.
cover. If she was shooting through the
17.
trees.
That's a
Plus-
hit.
Okay.
Wait.
Still a hit.
Plus 7.
A lot.
Yeah,
24.
so roll your
Sufficient for your
damage.
needs.
Oh,
24.
damage.
It's just a D6 because it's short bow.
Yeah. 7.
Plus
Okay.
your dexterity mod.
And it's a short bow, so I think you can reload shooting it.
Does it have that ammunition property?
Yep,
Property
properties
ammunition,
ammunition.
Then she
You can fire it.
can't.
Cannot?
She cannot.
Oh,
she
so you
has,
can load the second one.
She has to
Load for a
spend her. She has to
second.
because
So what's your dex modifier?
4.
Okay.
no wait. Ammunition, yes, it has a loading property. Then you know.
Oh, so you can fire
So
it.
you
So I
can't
can
fire
fire
it.
again?
No.
You
Other,
can't. You can't.
other dice.
Oh yeah.
I can
can't-
guarantee you will not hit
can't
with the
take your
D6.
second shot. It's a something like a crossbow that has the loading. Not as good. 14.
Hit.
I just don't want you to try and roll to hit with a D6.
Nice.
9.
That one died. You're hitting the third one? This one?
Yeah.
Okay. That one dies.
Cool.
So we're not hitting the important ones. Got it.
Hmm.
What you can do. Oh, where's our millions in this?
Our Millis is
No, in initiative order.
here.
He's now.
Oh, okay.
Who will go after?
Artemilles 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, you can be anywhere there.
Yeah.
He will.
For the record, I would have said it loud enough for him to
15,
hear.
20. Well, he's not. The one strapped to the altar is not his enemy
Okay.
anyway.
Is not the one he's focusing on. Does the grave stain, does the bow go off?
No, because he is within half his full movement to an enemy, so he is able to run up and attack in order to prevent being compelled to attack. 8 plus probably enough.
Yes,
It doesn't sound like
10
it
or
takes too
11.
much to hit.
Probably 10 or 11. But they're not
And
very
what
strong.
what they're summoning. It's a ritual.
I mean, these guys might have like a 12 or 13 AC.
Yeah, that's a 16 hit because he's fired an arrow. That hits, and
Forgot he was in there.
he is
He's
6 plus 6.
No, I just forgot he was in there.
12 points. It falls dead. He takes another step and makes his bonus action. Actually, he has double attack now.
Yeah.
And then he has a bonus action extra attack.
See?
That one's going to hit
Okay.
for 9 points, and that one does not die.
Because they're stronger.
Theoretically.
Theoretically. But also because none of the rest of them died at less than 10.
Since they've been taking like 20 or 35 points.
It's just a small hit.
And he hits again for another 9 points of damage.
Still not dead.
Okay.
Yeah, something.
Right here.
Okay. There we go. After Artemilies, we have whoever rolled a 6. Yep.
That's boosh.
Minis of betrayed you.
Okay. Boosh. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Since he has to go around Lizzie.
What do you see?
Probably 6 to 11. Okay.
Remember to speak a little louder.
Oh, I was just counting squares.
Okay.
To see how close it was to things. Okay. Going to cast Scorching Ray. So 3 things of fire, sending one at the one that Armelius has been beating up, and then 2 at the uninjured one.
Okay. Is it an attack roll?
They
Each?
have to each make. What is it? Oh, range spell attack. Yes. 22.
Hit.
Natural 1
Miss.
and 18.
Hit.
So
So
1 on each.
yeah.
4
4 on the first.
and 7 on the second.
Yay!
Okay.
Not very good.
Hey, you hit.
Okay. Now we are to the blacksmiths, and he is sufficiently trussed up that he cannot do anything. He's also gagged. So
Hey, bonus. I know it is.
okay. So
Probably after the battle's over.
they have now actually noticed that you are there, and
So
also
minutes.
that everyone has died.
Well, they're bound to discover bodies.
How well? You look around, and the bodies of the 5 fallen cultists stand back up. However, the most injured fanatic reaches over, one hand out towards the risen cultists, and the other he reaches and touches the stone in front of him, smearing it with some of the blood that he is losing. And in a flash, those 5 and him all vanish.
Do I hear anything else?
It's not into thin air. You see, if you're watching, you see that they poof into just a swirling dust.
And nothing happens at the altar.
And there is a rumbling under the citadel itself.
Fine.
Okay. So for now, all but that have been defeated, and the remaining fanatic is going to turn and see Artemiles and attempt to hold person.
Like holding a monkey.
Okay.
Can be done. It just implies.
This wisdom save for Artemiles, which isn't as impossible as one would think if you've known Artemiles, but in this case he actually fails. And he is paralyzed for a minute.
No. Well, that happened.
Okay. At the end of his turn, he can make wisdom saving throws to try to not be paralyzed.
Cool.
It's only 10 rounds. It's fine.
Okay. That is his turn. And we are up to ST, who will take a shot. He knows he's there, so he does not have sneak attack. And deal
I mean, he could be distracted.
11 points of damage. Anyone know if hold person is a concentration spell?
I think so.
It should say.
It should, but let's go back to it.
That's a little C.
Okay, so he needs to make a con save, and he makes the con save.
Of course he does.
Okay, that
course.
is SD's turn, and we are up to Tamira.
I guess I'm even closer, kind of by where Boosh was.
You can't go next to Lizzie. So either in the doorway or over here.
Over by this.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Because Lizzie is a large creature, so she takes up all 4 of those
Yeah.
squares.
You also need to talk a little bit louder for people to hear.
Sorry.
I think I was aimed at me.
Yeah.
I just said you
Sorry,
can't
I'm
go.
losing my voice.
Lizzie is a large creature, so you can stand right there.
I would actually go into the trees. Sorry. Looking at the spell.
Okay.
And I will cast Ray of Frost.
Ray of
Flame on
Frost.
that's working.
On the altar victim.
No.
No.
Okay.
Gross.
10. That misses.
It's a cantrip, not a huge
Okay.
deal. Out of curiosity, as I'm moving closer, is the altar victim still struggling?
Yes.
Okay.
Still alive.
Okay. I think does that leave Artemilles
Let's see.
and
Yeah. Susan
Susan's
first.
turn.
Yep.
Susan, go, go, go.
I'm gonna shoot him again.
Nine? Okay.
16.
Hit.
I got 5.
Two
And then you
attacks.
get another attack.
No. Stop trying to hit with your d6.
I mean, she hit with a 9. So.
It's 19.
Hit.
Another 5.
Okay. He's
Stop
looking
and roll
quite
with your d6.
quite beaten up. Now Artemilles can't do anything because he's paralyzed. He will attempt to break out, and he DC.
Probably low enough. that
You made
got
it.
out.
He's out.
Yay.
But that's at the end of his turn, so that's it.
Okay. And then it's Bouge's turn.
Yep.
Okay.
Get him.
Seeing that.
AC.
Yeah. What is your AC like?
14.
Okay.
I should have done something else, but it's fine.
It's okay.
Something important.
Bouge seeing Tamira hiding behind him, It's going
I went
to-
for range.
is going to cast Shield of Faith on her. So as long as I'm concentrating on it for the next 10 minutes, you have +2 AC.
I can do something. Thank you. I appreciate it.
And then he's going to cast Toll the Dead on the cultist. Cultist needs to make a wisdom save.
Okay. 6.
That's a fail. So he takes 2d12 damage.
Okay.
That's 14 points of radiant damage
Yay!
Okay.
because he is injured.
He falls, and you see him make a final ditch effort to fall directly over the altar. And he vanishes into dust as well. There is a very, very strong rumbling at this point, and what remains of the citadel collapses to the ground as from the center, where the largest mass of disappeared cultists were, rises a very hulking undead. It actually looks surprisingly like that. It is a roundish ball of tentacles and eyes.
Oh joy.
And
Aren't you glad you have better AC now?
Well, if I think about this.
and So
I'm just stupid. I just need to cast it.
with
I can probably
that,
cast it on you too.
we
Well and good.
will
Yeah.
we will say goodnight. And next week you can tune in to see what happens with giant zombie eyeball tentacle monsters.
No, I don't think it actually is.
Thank you for joining in on the Arcanist Adventures. The Arcanist Adventures.